joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your ism, right? Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimping and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They mash for hours, hooker baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash to towers and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These bras not wimps, I'm like them renegade bitches. BFFs with tricks but never getting paid riches. Grenade bitches, they dynamite, blowing up on the pimpin' and missing when the time is right. But when they life gets strife, they see pimpin' shining bright, but they action is life without. Bitch, one strike, you out. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. See, that's the difference, nigga. The pimpin' mashin' for these riches, nigga. Nothing like you master magician, niggas. Smoking mirrors with your game, hella extras to reflect the opposite appearance of a lame. Bitches coming from y'all, I can't rock with those. Tender-footed and rooted in them doctor shows. Soft shoe rituals, minute residuals. Papers on life support, your loots and critical. Something I learned about when running my earned route. And working with turnouts is murdering burnouts. Cause knocking one of you niggas for a scarred bitch. That's knocking one of you niggas for some garbage. I'm heartless regardless. Empty with sympathy, but banked up to the max with pimpathy. No remedy for me, I'm like this. My life is vice grip, synced in permanent ink. You can't rewrite this. My blood type is P positive, beautifully deposited with a lot of it. I'm popping this shit, and when I pop it so hard I make a trapping ass bad bitch wanna hoe hard. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Come on, pimpin', man, pop that shit. Show these sucker niggas they can't stop that shit. Let these hookers know if they wanna cop that shit. Treat the bag like it's hot, bitch, and drop that shit. And to you hoes, if you ever took a loss, bitch, show these bitches how to bounce back like a boss, bitch. Let them know that the best way to floss, bitch, is reach that paper to some pimpin' hoe and toss it. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your ism, right? Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimping and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They mash for hours, hooker baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash to Eiffel Towers and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These bras not wimps, I'm like them renegade bitches. BFFs with tricks but never getting paid.
All right, what's happening with y'all? Y'all already know, man, first order of business when you step up into Casa de Freeze. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. What I mean by that, hit that like button. If it appears to you like the live has ended, just tap out and tap right back in and it'll resume. Sometimes YouTube be tripping like that on freeze. I don't know why, but hey, it is what it is. We're going to keep this game popping, you dig? Let's see. Yeah, man. It's a hot topic right now. We're going to chop this game about it. We're going to address this situation from a game perspective. You know? You done heard all the squares talk about it. Now you're going to hear some game talking about it. Hold on just a second. I'm just sharing this live to my story on IG right quick. And then we're going to get to it. Hold on. Hopefully everybody had a blessed day. Hopefully everybody had a safe day. No drama, no problems. Peaceful, prosperous, and pimpish. You dig? You know what I mean? Squares can have a pimpish day too now. You know what I mean? You can have a pimpish moment in your life. It's okay. That don't mean you need to try to become this shit. But if you have a pimpish moment in your life, man, it's okay. It feel good. I don't know what it feel like for a square, but it feel good to me, so I'm sure it'll feel good to you too, just one time in your life, you dig? Okay. See, YouTube did it again, man. I don't know why they keep making it seem like the live is over with when it ain't. But yeah, once again, when you step into a pimp's domain, wipe your feet off at the door. What I mean by that, hit that like button one time. And y'all already know the first order of business, man. We got to put some love in our body. Let's get to it. I ain't get enough love to last me through this session, man. I gotta go re-Fiji. The love I got ain't gonna last long on this one, man, but we still gonna make it though. I tapped on it, can't walk on YouTube. Hey, man. That's that square shit, man. You know, it's unfortunate, man. See, you so much in a box. I know you can't understand this game when a pimp be popping it, right? But when I say wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain, what I mean by that is wipe your feet off is a figure of speech that means hit the like button, touch the like button, caress the like button. At the door when you step into a pimp's domain is a figure of speech, meaning when you enter Freeze's YouTube. Hopefully you understand now. Got to break it down for these squares and these lames one time, man. What's happening with y'all, man? Hopefully y'all feeling good, man. I know I am, man. You know, this game is always good, like I say. So Free's feeling great. Put some more love in my body, man. I ain't gonna have no more after this. But I need it in my life right now. We gonna chop this game. We're gonna talk about this Ruby Rose situation with this high-powered trick that done spent 90 bands on her. You know, everybody, Lionel B, you stupid. Free sounding like the first white pimp to exist. Yeah, man. But, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. We're going to chop this game about this situation with this Ruby Rose, man. You know, everybody in an uproar about this shit. You know, Squares is like, you know, they can't understand it, man. But so everybody got their take on it. But, you know, believe it or not, it's just part of the game. You know, I see some of my cats up in here. Johnny Gorgeous, what's happening with you? Hollers, what's up with it, man? But yeah, man, you know, that's just part of the game for us, you know. Now, what's my opinion, right, on the whole situation with Ruby Rose and this trick? So for those of y'all unfamiliar, let me get you up to speed, man, because I don't want to be moving too fast and some of y'all get left behind, right? So what's going on is Ruby Rose, which is the chick in the thumbnail of this video, right? Ruby Rose is I guess you could say socialite / rapper / OnlyFans entertainer, right? And she probably got other things going on that I'm not aware of, but you know, that's mainly what she's known for. She's known as a socialite on social media, things like that. Instagram model, I guess you could call her. Hold on. And she's also known for rapping, and she's also known for OnlyFans. Now, you know, to my understanding, the bulk of her income comes from OnlyFans, right? She's been doing OnlyFans for a couple years now, at least maybe 2 or 3 years, somewhere in there. And you know, she made a big splash on OnlyFans because I want to say it was within her first 48 hours of creating her OnlyFans, she made 100,000, right? So, and since then, from what I understand, she's been doing well on OnlyFans. Now, one of her OnlyFans subscribers recently gifted her with 60,000, right? So he gave her 60,000 from before he even seen her. Then once he met up with her, he gave her an additional 30,000. So altogether, he's given her a grand total of 90,000 so far. And, you know, people just can't understand it. You got tricks that can't even understand it. You know, shout out to my bro O'Shea. You know, that's the love one. But even O'Shea is like, man, what kind of tricking is that? And, you know, O'Shea be poking fun at himself for doing some tricking of his own, right? But even a trick can't understand a trick. You got the tricks looking at the tricks crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like, hold on, man. You know, we tricks now, but we don't get down like this. You know what I mean? But see, like Meek Mills told y'all way back in the days, man, it's levels. You know? And dude is just on another level of tricking than most. Now, see, everybody is like oohing and ahhing over this amount of money, right? They oohing and ahhing over this move that this trick done made with this chick, right? And people just can't understand it. So it looks crazy to them because, you know, crazy is just another word for misunderstood. So when you don't understand something, it appears crazy to you sometimes, right? So that's why I look crazy to a lot of people, because they just don't get it. They like, man, it's not his girlfriend. It's not his wife. She don't even spend time with him. Like he didn't get to do this with her. He didn't get to do that with her. Like, what is he getting out of that? Like, why is he doing that? Hey, man. Tricks are just tricks, man. And everybody trick for different reasons. You know, everybody is stimulated by different things. Everybody reaches their sensations different ways. You know what I mean? We all like sensation. We all like feeling good. But some of us like to trick. Some of us don't. I just so happen to be one of those people like everybody else. I like sensation. I like feeling good. I like pleasure. But am I going to do some tricking? Heck no. You know what I mean? Freeze ain't going to do no tricking. If you give Freeze an instruction manual on how to trick, a how-to pamphlet on how to trick, Freeze ain't going to be able to read it. It's going to look like hieroglyphics to Freeze. It's going to look like Chinese writing to Freeze. You know what I mean? It's going to look like stick figures and chicken scratch and all that type of stuff. I don't know how to trick. And if I did, I wouldn't. It just ain't in my DNA. But, you know, more power to the tricks. Keep on tricking. Hey, and if you want to trick on a high caliber that most tricks can't reach, hey, man, do you. I strongly encourage the tricks to keep on tricking. Ain't nothing wrong with what that man did. That's what I want you to understand. And see, everybody, like I said, everybody reached their sensations via different avenues, right? Some people like drugs. Some people like social media. Some people like video games. Some people like sex. Some people like alcohol. Some people like playing sports. You know, everybody has their different things that brings them to a certain climax, right? And, you know, everybody don't understand everything. And what you got to understand is that some things are not meant for you to understand. You know what I mean? And what I also want you to understand is that guy who gave Ruby Rose that $90,000, it did something for him. What it did for him, it might not do for you. That's why you ain't gonna spend $90,000 on a broad that you, or $60,000 on a chick that you ain't never seen, and then another $30,000 once you meet her. You know what I mean? But you don't know. You know, first of all, he subscribed to her OnlyFans, right? So we don't know what kind of dealings they had with each other, even though they haven't physically seen each other. By him being subscribed to her OnlyFans, we don't know what kind of, you know, dealings they've had with each other. We don't know what kind of pleasure she done brought to him just through the OnlyFans. You know what I mean? So, you know, everybody get off on different things. You know, he might have watched her do something that, you know, he might have had a special request. You know, they be doing that on OnlyFans. He might have had a special request for her to do something on FaceTime or video or whatever it was. And, you know, it might have made him feel like nobody else ever made him feel. So he wanted to do something for her that he ain't ever did for nobody else, because she did something for him that nobody else ever did for him. You just never know. Or what you also don't know is that this might not be his first time doing this type of tricking on somebody. You know, he might have did this kind of tricking or even bigger tricking on somebody that you ain't never heard of before. Somebody that's down and around. Somebody that got an ad posted in his town. somebody that he met in the casino, somebody that he met at a hotel resort, somebody that he met at a strip club. Shit, somebody he met at the grocery store, the gym. You just never know. But me personally, you know, looking at the guy, he ain't the oldest, but he ain't the youngest, right? So he been around for a little while. So I would say we can consider him a veteran trick, right? Y'all saying the audio is choppy. Is the audio sounding cool now? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, man, because I don't want to get too deep off into this game and y'all can't catch what I'm saying. If it's choppy or breaking up, let me know. See if we could do something about it. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to do some things to get this stuff together. Since y'all saying it is breaking up for y'all, it's choppy for y'all and all of that. Let me see. Making some arrangements, man. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. If you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain, please do so now. What I mean by that, hit that like button while I get it together. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Oh, man, the powers that always try to come against this game, man. Shit crazy. They ain't trying to let a pimp be great on YouTube, man. What's happening? Hold on, man. Get it together, man. I'm seeing if I free up some RAM, maybe that'll help the situation. This is crazy. I see it too. It's tripping. Damn. Getting it together, y'all. Give me a second. What is this? Oh, okay. Hold on. It's crazy, man, how these people take your money for this internet and give you some bullshit service, man. Ain't that crazy? Let me see something. Hold on. Man, hopefully y'all can hear me now, man. Damn. Hold on. This is crazy. Okay, the audio is good for me. Maybe it's just certain listeners. Audio cool. Keep going. You was already going good without looking at the comments. It's good, bro. No, cause I can see it on my end too. Like I guess the screen is freezing. They said the audio was tripping for a second too, but if the audio is cool, then we're gonna keep rocking then, man. Cause I don't want to spend too much time trying to get this shit right. Sepulveda the Prince, good looking. Yeah, I can see it on my screen. My screen is frozen. It's probably frozen on y'all end. But anyway, moving along. Brent Busby, good looking with the $5 holla. Dude was on MTV for a porn addiction. Moist made a video about it. He a millionaire off of crypto or something. 90K, nothing to him. Yeah. You know, I figured, like I said, I figured, you know, he ain't new to this. He true to this. You dig? Hosea, good looking with the $10 holla. Happy to see you consistently dropping this game. Freeze, blessings. Blessings to you as well, Hosea. Good looking. But yeah, man. And see, that's confirmation right there of the information that I was just giving y'all from Brent Busby. You know, dude, he has a porn addiction. You know what I mean? And he was on MTV about it. And he's a millionaire from crypto. You know, I mean, it's a given. It's a given that somebody got money if he can afford to just give some chick that he barely knows, but you know he's obsessed with, $90K. If he's able to give her 90 bands, then you know that's nothing to him. That's nothing to him. You know, most rich people live by the 10 times rule, where they don't buy something or they don't spend money on something unless they can afford to do it 10 times. But you know, dude, he can afford to do that probably 1,000 times. It's nothing to him. And like I said, y'all can't fathom it. Y'all can't comprehend it. But you know, the things that get him off don't get you off, and vice versa. You know, but my point is, don't be surprised when you see tricks do trick shit. Tricks are going to do trick shit no matter what. That's what they do. You know, it's like being surprised when you see somebody inhaling and exhaling. Like, damn, you see that fool over there? He breathing, man. He inhaling and exhaling. That's what that's like, man. It's like tripping off somebody for breathing, man. That's what tricks do, man. You know, now, from what I see, right, my expert opinion and my expert point of view when it comes to this situation, right? From what I see, Ruby Rose ain't looking at the bigger picture. You know, Ruby Rose is very, she sees that as the prize. You know, she's excited about that, and understandably so. But see, this is why it's so imperative to have a P in your life. If you're going to be involved in this kind of business, right? It's so imperative to have some ism, you know, guiding you, directing you, thinking for you, right? Because it's so much more available. It's so much more available from this situation, right? To put things in perspective for you, right? To give you an illustration so that you understand where I'm coming from. For those of y'all who seen the movie Straight Outta Compton, right? If you remember the movie Straight Outta Compton, when NWA first got with Ruthless Records, you know, what got with Jerry Heller, then started Ruthless Records, right? Jerry Heller put contracts in front of everybody. And he let them know that they were going to get $70,000 for signing these contracts. And everybody in the group was excited. Like, oh man, 70,000, cool. That's because most of them, with the exception of Eazy-E, probably ain't never had no money like that. You know, they come from the ghetto. They from Compton. You know what I mean? They from the hood. They, you know, they come from hard times. They coming from the gutter. So when Jerry Heller put that 70,000 in their face, and you got to understand, this is in the 80s. So back then, putting 70,000 in somebody's face is like putting probably like, you know, 200,000 in somebody's face right now. So just imagine in today's times, you got an artist that's hot, they talented, you know what I mean? But they come from poverty. They ain't got no money. They ain't never had no money. And then somebody put a contract and 200,000 attached to it in their face. You know what I mean? And at the time, they moms behind on bills, they grandma or auntie or whoever they stay with, pops, whatever, struggling to stay afloat. And they see they could, you know, all they got to do is put some ink on this paper and they finna get 200,000. They're like, oh man, run it. So that's how everybody was looking, right? But the one individual in the group who had some sense was Ice Cube. Ice Cube was like, man, I ain't signing this damn contract. You know what I mean? So, you know, the beautiful thing about Ice Cube, unlike the rest of the members of the group, Ice Cube had his father in his life. You know what I mean? Ice Cube, even though he stayed in the hood, he came from a good household, a 2-parent household. You know what I mean? With order and structure and all of that. So Ice Cube has some good qualities instilled in him. He was raised right. So his self-esteem was in order, right? See, that was the difference between Cube and everybody else. Cube's self-esteem was in order because of how he was raised. Everybody else's self-esteem wasn't in order. So because their self-esteem wasn't in order, they didn't understand their value. Cube understood his value, and he understood that his value was much greater than this 70,000 to sign his life away on his contract. You know, I can't remember the details of the contract, and I don't think they even explained it in the movie. But, you know, it's all kind of interviews all over the internet about the shit. And, you know, normally back then, when a group would sign a contract, it'll be for like multiple albums, like 5 albums or 4 albums at least, or some shit like that. So, you know, I'm pretty sure everybody else who signed that contract was obligated to produce so many albums before the contract was up. You know what I mean? And Cube, even though he wasn't savvy about the music industry, he wasn't no veteran. He was brand new to it just like everybody else. But the difference is he understood his value because of his self-esteem being intact. So back to the Ruby Rose situation, she kind of like everybody else in NWA. You know, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, Yella, everybody, MC Ren, they all excited about this 70,000. So the same thing with Ruby Rose. This trick gave her this 60,000 and she was excited about it. She couldn't wait to get the clout from it and post it to social media, brag about it, all that, right? So, you know, for somebody like me who understands game, who has game, who understands these kind of situations and how to maximize this kind of situation, Ruby Rose self-esteem ain't where it need to be. Yeah, she got a little bit of confidence, by so much reassurance from all these thirsty dudes, she knows that she's attractive. And she knows that she can have her way based on how she looks. And she might have a little bit of game, because it takes a little bit of game to do the things that she's done and to do the things that she's doing. But where she's lacking is she doesn't have enough game to maximize this situation, and she doesn't have the level of self-esteem to maximize this situation. Because if she understood her value, if she understood that I'm Ruby Rose, I made 100,000 on OnlyFans in 48 hours of signing up. Since then, she probably done made some millions off of OnlyFans in the past couple years. I'm sure she done made at least a few million. You know? And even though this is the person who's given her the biggest amount of money at one time, ain't no telling how many times Tricks done gave her 5,000, 10,000, 7,000. She probably get that all the time. You know, ain't no telling what Tricks done, you know, gave her, you know, 8,000 to have dinner with her. Sit down and have dinner with her, you know, for a couple of hours or something like that. She probably get that kind of stuff all the time. This is just the biggest. But like I say, if her self-esteem was intact, if she understood her value the way that she's supposed to, and she has some game and some guidance, she can get way more out of this situation than what she's getting. You know what I mean? It's dangling the carrot in front of the horse. She done gave the horse the carrot too soon. The horse, you know, took her from point A to point B, and she was satisfied with that, so she gave the horse the carrot. Not understanding that, hey, this horse will take you all the way to Z if you know how to handle the situation properly. You know, so I think she gave him too much too soon. She definitely gave him too much too soon. You know, because she wasn't thinking to herself like, if he gave me 60K without me asking for it and without me seeing him ever, he'll give me $1 million. He'll give me 2 million. You know, and then this can become an ongoing thing where he just gives me so much money all the time. Of course, she ain't thinking like that because, again, she don't have the game, she don't have the self-esteem, and she don't have the guidance. But this is how it should have been played. Another thing that shouldn't have took place is it shouldn't have been broadcasted on the internet. Now, if he decided to do that, that's on him. But he don't have the megaphone that she has. So it probably would have made a little splash if he had to put it out there. But if she just don't acknowledge it and keep it on the hush, 9 times out of 10, he ain't going to put it out there. I'm pretty sure it was put out there by her first before him. Or her people, her PR team, or whatever you call it. You know what I mean? Pretty sure they the ones that put that on the internet. And by him being semi well known already because he'd been on MTV and all that, he probably didn't have a problem with it, because just like most people in today's times, I'm pretty sure he addicted to clout too. Just like he addicted to pornography, you know what I mean? So yeah, man. She gave him too much too soon. I ain't gonna give up too much game on here. But she could have handled that situation much better and parlayed it into a lot more money. And I'm pretty sure it's not gonna end here. it's not going to end here, but the expectation is lower for him now. You know, I'm pretty sure that now he knows that he can get his way, you know, by giving her little lump sums. Because to him, that's a little lump sum. That ain't nothing to him. But now he knows, what to do to have his way with her. And it ain't much. But she's supposed to remain unpredictable in his eyes, for one. And then two, she's supposed to a certain extent, remain a fantasy in his mind. See, now the fantasy ain't the same no more. You know what I mean? Because he done got to meet her. He done got to smell her perfume. He done probably got to hug her. You know what I mean? All that type of stuff. He done been up close and personal with her. He got to probably spend a day with her and all that. The fantasy ain't the same. It's still strong, but it ain't the same. And see, somebody like a Ruby Rose, with the potential that she has, she's supposed to see herself high in the sky. And she's supposed to think like, okay, what if Kim Kardashian was in this situation? What would she do? What if Nicki Minaj was in this situation? What would she do? What if Paris Hilton was in this situation? What would she do? That's how she's supposed to be thinking. You know what I mean? And then even deeper than that, what would the game do? What would somebody in the game do? Because people in the game go for the juggler, man. People in the game ain't just satisfied with the first thing presented. People in the game know that if it don't take nothing for him to put this on the table, then he has a lot more to put on the table. So let's figure out how to get him to put everything on the table that he got to put on the table. That's how people in the game is coming. And that's what's going to happen. See, by this point, what's supposed to be going on is you're not even supposed to know that this trick done blessed her with this money. And then a whole lot more money is supposed to have been given by this point. He supposed to be at least $500K in the rear right now. Really a meal ticket, but at least $500K. But at this point in time right now, from the time he first gave that 60 up to right now, which ain't been that long, he supposed to be at least $500K in the rear right now. But, you know, she's celebrating, popping champagne like she done won a championship, you know, throwing confetti and all that. But it's a whole lot more available, though. In 3 months, that 90K gonna be gone. Dave, man, you say 3 months. You gotta remember, man, this chick is she living like a rock star. And she got bread already. She ain't got bread like dude, but she got bread. So she living like a rock star. You saying 90 days. I'm saying 30 days. I'm pretty sure it's some exotic car that she looking at, or some jewelry that she looking at, or something. 90 days a long time. Father Divine, you crazy. He said he could have had 6,000 women for that price. Yeah, the quality wouldn't have been all that, though. Then again, depending on, you know, some of the third world countries, he go have a boss time for the low. Damn, P, that's a bag. if she had some guidance in her life, she would have broke on him for 2. Richard, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And then continue breaking on him after that. But breaking on him for more at a time. You know what I mean? She could have easily arranged something where, I ain't going to say too much. I don't want to get no free game up, you know what I mean? Y'all definitely could tell Ruby Rose to holler at a pimp, though, you know what I mean, if she want to figure out how to break that boy for something bigger. Because even though it'll be more difficult now, it's still possible. It's still possible. She still could break that boy for a whole lot more. But he could lose his mind over her. Yeah, that's what tricks do. But, you know, that's a 304's place. A 304 is a trick whisperer. You know what I mean? If you a trick whisperer, then you know how to keep the trick calm. What if a Lil' Kim was in a situation? What would she do? Well, you know, if it's Lil' Kim in her prime, you know, Lil' Kim got a little more 304 in her blood than a Ruby Rose, I would think, you know. And I think Lil' Kim is more inclined to listen to somebody, you know what I mean? I think Lil' Kim is more inclined to surrender herself. Just, you know, from what it appeared with her dealings with Biggie and things like that, I think Lil' Kim, she could have did some cold things too in this situation in her prime. Not the Lil' Kim now, but the Lil' Kim in her prime. You know, Lil' Kim mid-40s right now, pushing 50. But the young Lil' Kim in her prime, she could have did something. She ain't dividing her pockets, but I bet somebody hit for less than 90K. Guaranteed. Yeah. Ain't got to be cooked. He just offered 400K worth of crypto I seen somewhere. He probably did. See, that's what I'm saying. Dude is a big old trick, and I don't think she understands how big of a trick he is. So because of that, and because of her self-esteem not being intact, not understanding her value, not having the game, not having the guidance, I don't think she gonna milk it for what she can. But like I said, it ain't gonna stop here. He gonna give her some more money. He ain't just, you know, one and done. You know, gave her 60, gave her another 30, total of 90, and then he done. Nah, he ain't done. He gonna give her some more. And she more than likely ain't gonna be the last one he gives some to. You know, it remind me of this, it was this dude back in the days. I can't remember where he was from, but it was an older white dude. He used to wear like cowboy hats and stuff like that. Somebody probably remember who I'm talking about. It was this dude back in the day. I want to say this was probably in the 90s or something, but he hit the lottery. And I can't remember how much money he hit for, but I want to say it was in the 9 figures. I want to say he made somewhere in the 9 figures off the lottery, right? And do you know that man went broke? And you know the main reason why he went broke? 304s, strippers, call girls. They was breaking on that man. Breaking big on that man. Man, I can't remember dude's name or like the situation. I remember I seen it on a TV show. This was years ago. I seen, you know, one of them shows where they talk about people that fell off and all that. But yeah, man, I say that to say this ain't gonna be his last time doing some tricking like this. Right, like suppose the Prince say, where there's game, there's a way. Indeed. Facts freeze, that's why that Mariah chick got mad at Zion Williamson. She couldn't keep breaking them. Yeah, see, that's a whole totally different situation. See, that Mariah chick, she played that all wrong. You know what I mean? But to be real, man, and I don't really know too much about that chick, but just from the little bit that I gather, she just like a regular ass, ghetto chick that ain't got no game, hard-headed, let her beautiful body fall short, her beautiful body stand tall where her beautiful mind falls short, which ain't gonna get her far because it's supposed to be the other way around. You're supposed to let your beautiful mind stand tall where your beautiful body falls short. But she's one that relies on her looks. She ain't got no game. That's why she played the girlfriend role with him. And she thought that he was gonna fall in love with her, playing the girlfriend role. But as we say in the game, how you start is how you finish. And you started off as something else. You didn't start off as the girlfriend. You started off as a transaction. So you're supposed to keep it transactional. You're not supposed to get personal. And that's where she went wrong. She didn't play that situation right. I'm sure his DMs are crazy right now. Richard, you know they is. Every little scumbag on social media is trying to have a shot at him. You know what I mean? I heard about that. He wanted to buy a strip joint. He might have. I can't remember that part, but I just remember he was always at the strip club. Doing it big, and he went broke like that. Man, tricking is truly a spirit. It really is, man. For real, though. Would you retire if you hit the lotto for 9 figs? I can't retire from being who I am and what I am. I can retire from what I do, but I can't retire from who I am and what I am. So I'm going to always be who I am and what I am, no matter how much money I got, no matter what situation I'm talking about or what situation I'm in. I can't retire from being Freeze. I'm going to be me forever. Cali Kids say, are you talking about when the lady killed him for the money? Nah, that sounds familiar too, Cali Kid. But nah, I'm talking about a situation. It was an older white dude. He was wearing cowboy hats and stuff like that. So I don't know if he was from like Texas or something. But he was an older white dude. He hit the lottery back like in the 90s or something. And I want to say, I can't remember exactly how much he hit for. But I want to say he had somewhere in the 9 figures, you know what I mean? In the hundreds. But he ended up going broke after so many years. And one of the main reasons why he went broke was because he was doing some high-powered tricking. You know what I mean? That man had a cold addiction. Ain't no different from like a drug addict going broke with all that kind of money. People don't understand, man. It's when you got poor management skills and you don't have any any discipline, it's very doable, man. Mariah like a bimbo. Yeah, man, she just a chick that like, she one of them chicks that I don't even think you can give her no game. Because she's so, Sinful talked about this on one of the videos that I published like maybe almost a week ago or so. But Sinful touched on this, man, like how you got some chicks that, they just totally rely on their looks. And they so bent on how they look that, you can't even give them no game. They not even going to listen to you. She strike me as one of them. You know what I mean? Her looks, and then, she got a following on social media, I believe. Pretty sure, especially after that Zion situation. So You know, she probably got a whole bunch of thirsty dudes in her DM, and that pushes her further and further away from the game. I'm reading these comments, y'all. He talking about a white man, not Pierre from Florida. Pierre from Florida, I'm not even sure who that is. That girl did some bad business, no game. Indeed. When the regular turns boyfriend, Naomi, exactly. That's what the Mariah chick did. She tried to turn him into the boyfriend. That ain't never good, man. You know, and it just never turns out good when the chick turns the regular into the boyfriend. It's definitely tricking when them white guys and Mexicans got it. For real. He is a simp. He probably likes when she embarrasses him. That's probably his fetish. Hey, it might be. Y'all already know there's a whole bunch of them dudes that's into that humiliation and all that type of stuff. In the words of Sin, Buddy is doing some Harvard elite tricking. Sinful to P talked about the spirit of tricking. Indeed. You can trick on physical objects too, not just people in the street race world. We got something called tricking on your wheels. Are you tricking on, or are you investing? Oh yeah, the spirit of tricking. You know, people trick in designer stores. You know, that's really all that is, man. You know, like, you know, it's a trip, man. Like, I'm so fortunate that I've grown to the point that I have, because I just see things so differently now. And I've been this way for a little while now, but I wasn't always this way. But, you know, the stuff that we spend so much money on, it's a consumer mindset. The consumer mindset is really the trick mindset. It's one and the same. So if you one of them people that as soon as you get some money, you can't wait to go buy some jewelry, or you can't wait to go blow all your money, your whole bankroll on some designer clothes, some Louis and some Gucci and some Ferragamo and some Alexander McQueen and all that stuff. You can't wait to go buy you a purse. You can't wait to go buy you some shoes. As soon as you get some money, you ain't thinking about investing it. You ain't thinking about getting ahead on your responsibilities. You thinking about what you can blow it on as far as materials and pleasure and all that type of stuff. That's tricking. That's tricking. You know what I mean? And the jeweler, when he see them rappers coming, he like, here come one of my biggest tricks. You know what I mean? About to do some major tricking. Oh, he got that little briefcase that he be having with him. Oh yeah, he came to do some big old tricking today. Yeah, that's how they look at you. Them people in the Gucci store and in the Louis store, you know, that's how they look at you. They just look at you as one big old trick. They don't even want you wearing their stuff. They think you ridiculous for how you wear it. You know what I mean? Big old tricking though. So you're right about that as far as being able to trick on material items. Of course, people do that all the time. Because it's all about sensation. You know what I mean? Now you got some people that chase they get satisfaction off of, you know, instant gratification and things like that, feeling good. You know, sensational, like physical sensations and things like that. Then you got people that feel good based on fulfillment. Fulfilling themselves, fulfilling something that they set out to do, a goal or something like that. You know what I mean? Like when you exercise consistently and you reach a certain goal with your body, now you fulfilled. Or when you invest in something and then you see a return on your investment, now you fulfilled. But yeah, it's a whole lot of tricking going on in a whole bunch of different ways. Right, Richard, like the scriptures say, a fool and his money are soon parted. Ain't that the truth? Rappers and D-boys, yep. Big tricking. Yeah, and it's funny because in the game, we glorify that. We glorify the wrong shit. We don't glorify investments. We don't glorify, proper money management. We don't glorify good credit. We don't glorify handling our business. We glorify flossing. We glorify, spending a bag on designer this and jewelry that and exotic this and all that type of stuff. And that's cool, but that shouldn't be the priority though. Let me see, man. There is 167 of y'all in here, but 178 of y'all done wiped your feet off at the door. Check y'all out. I appreciate that. But at the same time, man, if you ain't wiped your feet off at the door, because I'm sure some of y'all in here that ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. What I mean by that, hit that like button, man. Yep, dopamine hits. Mr. Reed, you already know exactly they hate when black people wear their clothes. Yeah, man. And then a lot of us that wear their clothes make it look stupid. Because see, a lot of cats don't be understanding, man, them clothes were designed for a certain physique. Like me, I'm not even that big, right? I guess you could say I'm bigger than average, but I'm not really a big dude. I'm not that tall. But I guess for my height, I might be kind of a little bigger than most. But whatever the case, even for me, they don't be having my size or it don't look right on me, a lot of that stuff. You know what I mean? Because a lot of that stuff is designed for, slim people. You got big old dudes that be squeezing into them designer clothes. They squeezing into that Balenciaga, barely fit them. And then their body is built funny. They eating bad, looking bad, doing bad. But they breaking their neck to wear this stuff just to look a fool in it. But just because it got a certain name on the front or it got a certain print that you identify with that brand, now you feel like something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, as far as the Ruby Rose situation, like I say, the bottom line is her self-esteem ain't intact. And she doesn't have the game nor the guidance to maximize that situation. She could really break on that boy for some big old things. She could have played it a lot better this far into it, even though she's not that far into it. She could have played it a whole lot better up until this point. Had she the game, had she the self-esteem, had she the guidance. But even though she ain't played it ideally, I wouldn't say she fumbled it either. So with that being said, you know, I'm sure she's definitely going to break on the boy for some more. But whatever she ends up breaking on him for, when it's all said and done, she will have been able to break on him for a whole lot more. You know what I mean? See, I don't think she took the time to understand dude. She ain't take the time to dig off in his brain like that. She probably ain't even had like a real good conversation with him. She probably done had some conversations with him, but she probably ain't had the right kind of conversation with him. You know what I mean? She ain't took the time to understand certain things about him that will enable her to break on him to the maximum. And if she is having a conversation with him, she probably ain't even directing it. She probably letting him direct it. And with him directing the conversation, he probably just talking about how he just so in awe of her, how he's so in love with her, how he can't resist her and all that type of stuff. He talking about a whole bunch of nothing. And she should be talking about a whole lot of something. But the something that she should be talking about, she ain't talking about. I know she ain't. Because she ain't got what somebody like me got to give. And that's that game and that's that guidance. And that self-esteem booster. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm going to answer questions for a few more minutes, man. Then we're going to wrap this thing up. If you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. What I mean by that, hit that like button, man. This love done almost lasted me. I ain't really been sipping on it as frequently, though, like I normally would. It's my last swig of love, man. After this live is over with, man, I got to go get some more love, man. Can't be maneuvering around without the H2O love juice, you dig? 90K is like $90 for her. I wouldn't say that, Daniel Mitchell. It ain't like $90. Because you got to think. You got to think about what you're saying. You say 90K is like $90 to her, right? If that was so, then why did she put that on social media? You know, as the biggest gifting that has ever taken place with her from one of her fans. If it was like $90 to her, then why would she make such a big deal about it and then have all these different people all over the internet talking about it, doing reviews on it, making posts about it? Nah. That 90K to her is like 900K. That's how she treating it. That's how she acting. Shit, it's damn near like 9 million to her. Because again, if she understood what was at stake, she would be playing much bigger. But she playing real small right now. That Trick Ray vision, you dig? Mr. Reed know what I'm talking about. They won't buy from me because they don't like me, but they don't like you, and you still buy their clothes. That's all black people are. Cali Kid, boy, you said a bar right there. Man, that's some real talk. That's exactly how it is. And it's crazy because we don't buy from ourselves. You know what I mean? We got so much power. We got so much spending power. It's crazy. We got all kind of power, but we definitely got a lot of spending power too. Father Divine say, if you were representing Rubi, how would you manage that situation, Freeze? First of all, I'd get her thinking. See, because that's what it's about, right? See, a lot of people put emphasis on game, like giving game. Like a P is supposed to give game to a 304, then she's supposed to take that game and do great things with it, right? But see, what a lot of people don't talk about, I might have to do a video about this. A lot of people don't talk about, and a lot of people underestimate the importance of, is how to think. See, you can have all the game and you can have the right source of the game, a P. You can have the right guidance and all that. But if you don't have the right thinking, if you don't think like a real 304, if you don't think like a real stomp down, then it's not going to go nearly as far as it's supposed to. You have to think that way. Is more than just receiving game. So that's what my mission would be. And to be honest with you, I don't know. I can't count her out. I can't say that. I was going to say it'd be a tall task to get her to see things, you know, the way she's supposed to. You never know, because I don't know her and I ain't never had a conversation with her. So I can't really say, right? But just from the outside looking in, from the things that I've observed, I don't know. But let's just say that she did have an open mind. She was willing to think bigger and go harder, and she ain't satisfied with where she is, and, you know, she can adopt a P's vision and all of that type of stuff. That would be my first task, is to get her to think properly, because she ain't thinking the way that she should be thinking. Her whole mind will have to be reconditioned, reprogrammed. You know what I mean? And from there, then we would execute. But like I said, just like my hellos, even that costs. You dig? Hey, Freeze, you still sending those obituaries of sin? I shot the email a while back. Dave, yes, I am. I still got a whole bunch of copies of those. And I haven't checked the email in a while, to be honest with you, but I'll check it and I'll shoot that to you. Because I sent copies to all the emails that I checked, but I haven't checked them in a while though, so I thought I had sent you a copy though. I might be tripping. Maybe I didn't. I thought I sent you one though, but maybe I didn't. But if you send me an email with the info, then I'm on it. I just got to go check it again. But if you want a copy of Sinful to P's obituary and you haven't gotten a copy, shoot me an email to Philip Gilmore. Let me put it in the chat. Yeah, that's Sinful's email. So shoot a email to Sinful's email with your address, your shipping info, and I'll make sure you get a copy. Cream Zella Pryor, you not tripping. We live directing in full effect right now. Not for too much longer though. We're gonna wrap this up in just a minute. Freeze, you need to do a clothing line. Ed McAllister, that's not a bad idea for real. Would you, the Negromancer says, would you pimp on an AI chatbot? Since apparently it's so successful and easy to break a trick with, even go as far as to make an AI generated female. Nah, I'm not really with the whole AI thing, man. You know, I like human beings. You know, and that'll never be able to be recreated. Like a flesh, natural born female in the flesh, it ain't nothing like that, man. And AI is never gonna be able to compare to that. AI is never gonna be able to match that. And because of that, AI is never gonna be able to do what that can do. So I'm cool on the whole AI thing. I wouldn't do that. Naomi say, I check my mail every day. Yeah, I check mine every day too, but that's Sinful's email, so I'll be forgetting to check his sometimes. Like that's actually Sinful's email that he used himself for years. Sinful had that email address for over 10 years. You know what I mean? So that was his personal email address that I have y'all sending the info to. So, I forget to check it sometimes. Noah LaRosa say, shout out from Chicago. Much love to the Shy, you dig? I feel like knocking Ruby would be easier than it appears. Yeah, man, but see, this the thing though, man. I agree with you. Man, all these chicks is knockable. They all knockable. You see what be going on, man. Looky Nicki Minaj. She ain't married no superstar. She ain't married nobody famous. And it's a lot of them like that. So they all knockable. It's just a matter of, is it worth it? You know what I mean? Because that'd be my thing, man. I just think some of them chicks, they gonna try to boss up on you and try to pull rank on you and all that type of stuff, man. And I just can't do it. I don't care how much money a chick got, man. If she thinking she finna wear the trousers in the situation and call the shots and run the show, it's a no for me, dog. I just can't do it. I couldn't sleep comfortably every night knowing that I'm being puppeteered. My life is being puppeteered by a chick.